In 2006, Apple unveiled a laptop that would change the world, the MacBook. From the glossy white plastic models to today's ultra-powerful MacBook Pro with Apple Silicon, the MacBook's journey is more than just a story about technology. It's a story of design, innovation, and a vision that redefined portable computing. This is the evolution of the MacBook from 2006 to 2025. Back in 2006, Apple did something radical. It killed the iBook and PowerBook, replacing them with something entirely new, the MacBook. The very first MacBook was made of plastic and came in a clean white or a sleek black. But the biggest news was on the inside. It featured Intel processors, marking Apple's historic transition away from PowerPC chips. This was a game changer. For the very first time, Macs could officially run Windows, a move that surprised the entire world. It was friendly, approachable, and quickly became a favorite among students, writers, and creators who wanted a Mac that just worked. It was the perfect entry point into the Apple ecosystem. Just 2 years later, in 2008, Apple reinvented the laptop once again with the unibody MacBook. Instead of plastic, this new machine was carved from a single solid block of aluminum. This groundbreaking design didn't just look futuristic. It made the MacBook lighter, stronger, and gave it a premium feel that no competitor could match. And around that same time, the world saw something truly unbelievable: the first MacBook Air. Steve Jobs famously introduced it on stage by pulling it out of a manila envelope. It was the thinnest laptop in the world. From that moment on, thinness became Apple's obsession, setting the standard for the entire industry. Then came 2012, another massive milestone. Apple launched the MacBook Pro with Retina display. All of a sudden, laptop screens were so sharp, so clear, that you couldn't distinguish individual pixels. It was like looking at a glossy magazine. For designers, photographers, and filmmakers, this was a revelation. Colors were more vibrant, text was crisper, and images looked stunning. This was truly the golden age of Apple laptops. They were thin, incredibly powerful, and had an industrial design that was completely unmatched. The MacBook Pro became the undisputed king of creative professionals, and a tool that enabled millions to do their best work. But not every chapter in the MacBook's story was perfect. In 2015, Apple introduced a radical new MacBook with a completely redesigned keyboard, the Butterfly keyboard. It was designed to be thinner, but it proved to be notoriously unreliable. Keys would get stuck, stop working, and frustrated millions of users. At the same time, beloved ports like USB-A, the SD card slot, and MagSafe all disappeared, replaced entirely by USB-C. Many people started calling it the Donglebook Pro, because you needed a bag full of adapters just to connect your existing devices. Apple's relentless obsession with making things thinner had finally come at a cost, and the criticism from its most loyal users started to mount. It felt like Apple had lost its way. Then came 2020. Apple shocked the world yet again by announcing it would no longer rely on Intel for its processors. Instead, they would build their own custom chips, Apple Silicon, starting with the M1. The industry was skeptical, but the results were breathtaking. Reviewers called it revolutionary. MacBooks suddenly became dramatically faster, ran cooler without noisy fans, and the battery life practically doubled overnight. 2 years later, the redesigned 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pro models brought back the ports everyone missed, introduced a much improved keyboard, and delivered insane professional-grade performance. It was a massive course correction. Apple had listened, and it had redeemed itself. By 2023, the M2 and M3 chips pushed performance to heights we never thought possible in a laptop. Today, as we look at the MacBooks of 2025, they are so much more than just laptops. They are true creative powerhouses. With features like buttery smooth ProMotion, 120 Hz displays up to 96 gigabytes of unified memory that can handle massive projects, and all-day battery life that lets you work from anywhere, the modern MacBook stands as the ultimate blend of raw power and beautiful design. For millions of people, the MacBook isn't just a tool anymore. It's the very center of their digital lives, their work, and their creativity. From those early plastic shells to the precision-milled aluminum unibodies, from the controversial Butterfly keyboards to the game-changing Apple Silicon, the MacBook has faced challenges, criticism, and incredible breakthroughs. Yet through it all, it has remained a powerful symbol of Apple's core vision: to create a technology that is not only incredibly powerful, but also deeply personal and intuitive to use. And as we look toward the future, one thing is absolutely certain: the story of the MacBook is far from over. If you enjoyed this journey through MacBook history, make sure to subscribe for more documentaries on the technology that shapes our world. Thanks for watching.